Welcome to your fascia seated routine. This chair routine is great for your legs before you're going to go on a long trip, sit in a car for a long time, fly in an airplane for a long time, or just be at a dinner table for a long time. This is something that you can do while you're seated, even in a tight space, or you can do it before getting in a car for a long trip, or just any time that you don't want to get down on the floor and do any work down there. I'm going to demonstrate how you can do fascia work in a chair and anywhere you want. All right. The reason I have a block is because I'm short. And so I want to be able to touch my feet to the ground securely. And in the chair that I currently have, my legs are too short. So I'm going to use my block. Feel free to use one as well. Otherwise, you're going to scoot forward from the chair enough that your feet are flat on the ground. All right, we are going to start first with the piriformis fascia activation. Piriformis is a deep glute muscle, and to get to it, we are going to cross one ankle over the other knee. So I'm going to bring one ankle up. This is my right one. I'm going to cross it over, keeping the foot slightly flexed, and double check that your pelvis is level. I like to cue about the posture as well. So if you feel like you're lifting up or slouching down, try to stack your rib cage over your pelvis. All right. If you're in a car in a tight space and you're not driving, just slide up wherever you can go, whatever space you have, as long as you have a little crossover, that's all you're looking for. Same goes with the plane, even if you have to be here rather than out here, unlikely to have that much space. So even here is fine. So crossing over, look at how far your knee opens. Let it fall to where it is allowed to go, meaning don't force it down and try to get more range of motion. Let it start where it is at to begin. Pelvis is neutral. Hands go behind your knee. Your body will have to twist, so notice if you twist away from it or how you twist to get to that knee. Finding that deep core activation, your pelvic floor, your transverse is like a corset, and your diaphragm. Securing your posture, press your knee down into your hand until you feel a glute contraction in the butt of the leg that's crossed. Hold it there for 3 seconds. That way you can get the contraction a little bit deeper if you want it, closer to the pubic bone maybe versus the hip. Once you have it, drag the knee in and towards your body. Relax to open. We're doing 4 more here, total of 5. Pressing the knee out, keep pressing it out as you drag it in. Relax to open. Press it out, pause longer if you need to. You can play with this a little bit, meaning maybe you're pushing out and away and pulling up towards your belly, or you're pushing out and away and pulling more across your body. Explore your piriformis. One more time, press it out, keep it, keep it, keep it, ankles pressing into your thigh. Good, let it relax. Let's add on to this. We're going to twist, so I'm going to twist away from you. Start the same way, press it down, contract the glute, keep it contracted, and as you're twisting, or as you're bringing the knee up, offer yourself a little twist in the direction of the leg that's coming up. It's coming towards you and to the left, you're going to the right. Press it down and find a little twist. You can even look over your shoulder to finish the spiral. Relax, press it down. Keep that activation, finding your rotation. Let's do one more with a twist. I'm going to bring my pelvis forward a little bit. I'm feeling this a little bit too far in the back, and I want to get it a little bit more in front. All right, and twist, hold it for 3, 2, 1, and release. Moving on to the adductors, inner thigh, hip flexor, lower belly area. You're going to bring the knee up towards your belly as high as you can go to begin. Keep this secure and press your knee in towards your body, this way, towards your chest to activate those inner thighs. And then you're going to guide the knee down and away as you continuously contract. Go to where you're able to go with your range of motion. Relax to come back up. Pressing up. Now watch as I do this. I'm almost pushing my thigh muscles, my quads, my inner thighs away from me. So I'm pushing down and away, almost like I'm trying to pull the muscles of tissue out of my hip joint. Bring it back up, engage your core, stabilize the leg that's on the ground. Good. And one more time. Dragging it down. Ooh, good. Let that leg relax, shake it out. We're going to move to the other side. What I like about this is there's times where I'm on a longer road trip and I'm feeling good, and all of a sudden I feel that little achiness creeping in. That's when I bring that leg across and I just work it all over, exactly what we just did, but just playing with your own angles to really reach where you need to reach in your body. Cross it over, square everything up, let the knee open to the side wherever it will naturally go. All right, find everything aligned, hands behind your knee. Press it out, hold it, ankles pressing into the thigh. Once you have it where you need it, where you want it, drag the knee up and towards the opposite side of the body. Relax to open. The first 5, we're just working the piriformis, keeping it pretty basic. With this one, I feel a little snapping happening, some tissue or muscle over my ischiotuberosity or my butt bone. There's tightness, there's thickness, there's density there. And this helps to release that, calm it down, be less snappy. Notice if it changes for you. Let's add our twist. Press the knee down, find your core activation, slowly twisting to the left as you're bringing the left knee up into the right. Looking over the shoulder, relax to come back to center. Ooh, lots going on this side for me. Are you feeling that too? Feel free to comment below. Are you snapping around? Popping? And find the twist. Notice how your ribs move. Does it feel different? Does it feel the same? How we twist is such an interesting thing to explore. Whew, good. And again, kicking that knee down, bringing it up and turning. And let it relax. Whew. All right, moving to the inner thigh or adductors, hip flexor. Knee comes up towards the chest, hands on the inside. Press the knee in, hold it. Find that contraction. Keep the contraction as you push the knee away from you. Relax to bring it up. You can feel that you're pushing the skin and fascia away from you in this direction as you're pushing the knee down. Staying secure in the leg that's not moving. All these elements come together to unite your body as a whole. You're being strengthened, you're working the fascia, your nervous system's connecting. Last one, push, push, push. Keep the muscle contraction and let it release. Uncross. All right. So that's a really good way to get to the hips, into the glutes when you're in a seated position. Let's do one more little combo. I like to call this one kneaded chest leg press combo. I'm going to bring one leg onto my block, my trusty block for my short legs. All right, so 2 ways to do this. Let's go to the hip flexor first. So for the hip flexor to shorten, you're going to bring the knee up towards your chest. So as you do that, notice how your body shifts, staying as stable as you can as possible. Knee is going to push up into the hands. And if you're in an airplane, this one is actually easy to do because all you're doing is bringing your knee up a little bit. You're pushing it up into your hands, and then you're guiding it back down to the floor. And lifting up. The beauty of this work is even a little bit benefits you. And down. And up. Feel your core kick in. Let this work your abdominals a little bit. Let it drag the fascia through the abdominals and the front of the body. This front line fascia. Good. And one more time. I do about 5 reps. Sometimes I forget and I do 4. Sometimes I do more and I do 6. 5 is a good general thing to do. All right, so that was the knee to chest portion. Now we're going to do a leg press. Hands go behind the knee, and you're going to lower the foot towards the floor. So as long as your arms can reach, and you're going to resist your foot down. You want to feel that resistance going down, so you're contracting your hamstrings and your glutes. Keep your core active, and you're going to bring your knee up as it's leg pressing away. These are fairly gentle. They're not as aggressive as some of the other fascia activations. And those aren't either, as long as you're doing light resistance and controlling it to work for you. But This one doesn't feel as isolating, maybe. It's more general, but you're still getting a lot accomplished. All right, let's switch sides. So we'll start with our kneaded chest, hip flexor. Knee comes up, hands on top, activate, hold. Keep resisting the knee up as your hands gently guide it down. And press it up, pressing away with your skin as well, lengthening. I have a lot of core activation happening here, stabilization. Good. If you feel anything in your back that's uncomfortable while doing this, then change it up. Less resistance, less range of motion, or skip it and work on the other side. Good. Okay, moving into the leg press. Hands behind the knee. All right, foot is closer-ish to the ground. Arms are straight. Kick down with that leg towards the floor, contracting hamstrings and glutes. Keep contracting them as you bring your knee up towards your chest. Relax. Bring it down. Kick down. Knee to chest. So what is getting strengthened here? Can you guess? Your arms, right? It's almost like you're doing a bicep curl in a row as your leg is creating resistance for strengthening your arms. Your core is working too because it has to keep you stable. Kick down, and we're gently working the fascia and the hamstrings and glutes. Haha, and release. Okay, there you go. You have a couple options for getting the fascia worked out in your legs for sitting when you're going off for the holidays somewhere, or you just prefer to do the body work in a chair. It's all great, and it's all available for you. Stay tuned because I'm going to do a part 2 where we work on fascia activations that you can do sitting in a chair for the upper body. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you soon.